Good morning students, myself Prema. Welcome students to the 8th chapter of History, Tourism and History of Standard 10th. Students, in this chapter we are going to study about tourism and history. That is how tourism was there in the past, which are the different types of tourism, what are the development that we have achieved in tourism, and how conservation preservation of these historical places are done. And moreover, we will be studying about the professional opportunities in the tourism and hospitality industry. So these points we will be studying in this chapter. Now first we are going to start with the tourism in the past. Now the tradition of traveling is quite old in India. So what is the told that the tradition of traveling is quite old in India. Now see, each and every one is familiar with the word tourism. So here tourism means what? Traveling from one place to another for fun or for any other purpose. So this thing it also existed in India from previously. People used to travel for various reasons like pilgrimage, going to local fairs and festivals in search of renowned teachers and good educations for trade, etc. In brief, from ancient times, people took to traveling for various reasons. So tourism in the past means at that time also people they used to travel for various reasons. So first is the for pilgrimage. Pilgrimage में मतलब आता है holy places को visit करते ना, that. Going to local fairs and festivals means traveling for enjoying different fairs and festivals. Fairs मतलब मेला वगैरह देखने जाते थे. In search of renowned teachers also. Renowned means famous teachers for taking the education and all. They used to travel. They used to travel to far away places in search of a good teacher and good education for good education and for trade purpose. And for trade purpose also people used to travel from one place to other. In brief, from ancient times people used to travel for various reasons. Now here, do you know, here it is given the Buddhist literature tell us that Gautam Buddha traveled to several cities in ancient India for preaching, and Buddhist monks were ordained not to stay at one place but keep traveling continuously to various places. Jain monks, sadhus also used to travel constantly. Now about Gautam Buddha, everyone know. Gautam Buddha used to travel from one city to other city for preaching Buddhism. So he has ordered his Buddhist monk also that they should not stay at one place, but continuously they have to travel and to teach the people. Same way Jain monks, sadhus which are there, they are also traveling from one place to and continuously they used to travel for to preach the people. Preach means to teach the people. When saying the Chinese monk traveled to India in 630 century. In the medieval period, Sant Namdev, Sant Eknath, Guru Nanak, Ramdas Swami traveled extensively in India. So here some names are given about the Chinese monk. He traveled to India. Along with that, in the medieval period, Sant Namdev, Sant Eknath, Guru Nanak, Ramdas Swami traveled extensively. Means these peoples, about them also in the lower class you have studied. So these persons, they also traveled from one place to another for teaching the people. Next is tourism. Tourism can be defined as to travel to visit places in distant region for a specific purpose. So here people they travel and they visit particular places. At far away places they are traveling and they are visiting that places for specific purpose. Means any purpose may be there. Enjoyment के लिए भी जा सकते हैं, job के लिए जा सकते हैं, for getting education also they may go. So in the latter half of the 19th century, the name of Thomas Cook is noteworthy, that is very much famous in the context of history. He organized a trip by railway, that is from Leicester to Loughborough, for about 600 people. Now this person, in the later half of the 19th century, the name of the Thomas Cook is very famous, it is told that. Now he was the first person, he organized a trip by railway for the people, that is from Leicester to Loughborough. It is a city, means it is a place in United Kingdom, for about 600 people. Later he was successful in organizing a round trip of Europe, and afterwards this person he was successful in organizing a trip for Europe. Now eventually he established a travel agency selling tourist tickets, and afterwards finally he organized, means he has created a travel agency also for the tourist tickets, for selling the tourist tickets. This early venture of Thomas Cook opened doors for the development of modern tourism. So this thing, that is the selling tourist tickets, the effort that has been made by him, starting journey of Thomas cook. It is told that it has opened the doors for the development of the modern tourism. Now here also, do you know, students, it is given first is it is mentioned about the Benjamin. Now this person, Benjamin of Tudela, is known as the first European traveler. He was born in Spain. During the period of 159 to 173 century, he traveled to France, Germany, Italy, Greece, Syria, Arabia, Egypt, Iraq, Persia, India and China. He maintained diaries of the accounts. Diaries of the accounts means reports of his travel. Whatever he has seen, he used to write in the diaries. His diaries are viewed as important historical documents. So afterwards means that diary he has written, it became an important historical document. By reading that we can come to know that while he has traveled, so what are the things, what was his experience in that he has written. Next is Marco Polo. The Italian traveler of the 13th century introduced Asia, especially China, to Europe. Now this person, he has introduced China to Europe. He stayed in China for 17 years. He wrote about the flora and fauna, about the plants and animals, their social life, culture and trade systems of Asia. Next is Ibn Battuta. Now the traveler of the 14th century took the world on the virtual travel of the Islamic world. Virtual means that is the effectiveness travel of the Islamic world with his travel accounts, whatever the books he has written. He was traveling for 30 years. He had resolved not to travel twice on the same route. Resolve means fix karna. Once he has traveled in one route, so next time he is not going to take the same route. His accounts are helpful in understanding the medieval history and social life. Means by reading whatever the books he has written, by reading that we can come to know about the medieval history and social life of the people. Next is Gerardus Mercator of the 16th century. He was a cartographer. Cartographer means the person who draws map. He is known for creating a world map and the globe of the earth. He is famous for what? He has created the world map and the globe of the earth. His work proved to be very useful for navigations around the world. Here, do you know, the tradition of travelling from corner to corner was prevalent in India from ancient times. That is, Vishnu Godse wrote down the accounts of his journey from Maharashtra to Ayodhya and back to Maharashtra. So students, what is told, the tradition of travelling from one corner to other corner was prevalent in India from ancient times. So about Vishnu Godse, it is written that whatever means he has travelled from Maharashtra to Ayodhya, and while travelling he wrote down his books, accounts means reports of his journey from Maharashtra to Ayodhya and back to Maharashtra. It is published as a book called Maza Pravas. So here he has written in a book that is called as Maza Pravas. Vishnu Bhatt travelled during the times of the Indian War of Independence in 1857. So when he has travelled at that time, what was going on in India? The Independence War of 1857 was going on. He was the eyewitness of many events related to the historical events. Means during that time the British people, they were ruling India, so at that time various historical event has taken place. So he was the eyewitness of that. His accounts are full of detailed description about various incidences during this period, especially those about the life of Lakshmi Bai and the Queen of Jhansi. So at that time, whatever the incidents has taken place during that time, so he, in his books, he has mentioned about that. Along with that, he has written about the Rani of Jhansi, that is Lakshmi Bai. We also get to know the nature of the Marathi language of the 18th century. At that time, how the Marathi language was. So in the 18th century, about that also he has mentioned. This book is one of the most important sources of history of that period. Means by reading that book, Maza Pravas, we can come to know about the history of that period. Next is types of tourism. Now these days tourism has become an independent field of local, interstate, national and international business. So the desire to visit national and international monuments, places of historical importance and natural beauty, ancient centers known for handicrafts, pilgrim centers, industrial centers and sites of various development projects, etc. promotes tourism. So here what is told that nowadays means now people they desire to visit various places at the national level also, at the international level also. That is national international monuments. Monuments means what? Related to events, means any or any historical object or person. It may be historical places. Places of historical importance and natural beauty, natural scenery. Ancient centers known for means whichever the ancient places are there that are famous for handicrafts, pilgrimage centers which are there, industrial centers which are there, etc. Means all these place people, these places they are promoting tourism. People likes to visit that places. Tourists from all over the world wish to visit natural and man-made sites which offer a delightful and inspiring experiences. So tourists from all over the world, these people they wish to travel to these natural and man-made places which are there, that are full of delightful, charming and awesome, that is amazing experience. The places like snow-capped peaks mean the places which are there that are covered by snow, beaches which are there, pristine jungles. Pristine means jungles means totally unspoiled, original जो conditions में jungles रहते ना, that which were neglected previously become important location of tourist centers. Means previously they were neglected, but now they have gained the importance, and because of that means they become a tourist places. Mass media began to make special audio visual presentations highlighting places of tourist interest. So mass media they are playing a very important role. Making means making advertisements through audio visual presentations highlighting the places of tourist interest. So you must have seen in the TV and also ads are given, no? मीन्स कैसे राजस्थान, यू राजस्थान गुजरात को उन लोग क्या करते हैं, एक पर्सन को, फेमस पर्सन, रिनोड पर्सन को ब्रांड एम्बेसडर बनाते हैं. जैसे कि अमिताभ बच्चन को देखा होगा तुम लोगों ने, हाउ दे आर इज प्रमोटिंग. So tourism can be broadly that is types to be into local tourism, interstates, that is within the states, international tourism, religious tourism are there, historical tourism is there, health tourism, science tourism, agro tourism, sports tourism, tourism based on special events. So these are the different types of tourisms. Sorry. Local and interstate tourism. Now this kind of tourism is not very overwhelming because it is within one's own country. So here this type of local and interstate means the tourism that is carried out within the country. It is not, does not cause difficulties of language, procuring currency and documents. More so we can plan it at the time suitable for us. So in here students, local and interstate tourism that can be possible means anytime it can be possible, anytime we can plan and we can go. So here there will be no difficulties of language. Now in India students we can go anywhere. So the common language that is understood by each and every people is there, that is Hindi language. So mostly, so here understanding the language is easily possible, and moreover procuring, obtaining currency means rupees is used. So that common currency is there. So because of such types of problem we are not going to face. Next is international tourism. Nowadays it has become easier to travel because of the easy availability of a number of options of railway, marine and air transport. So in today's life it is told that the world has become closer. So because of that easily we can travel to different places, and number of options are there by the railway, by the marine, that is seaways, and through the airways. Marine transport has linked the coastal regions. Because of the marine seaways, here the coastal regions are linked to each other. There is a trans-European railway route also. Aviation has brought the entire world closer. Aviation means aircraft that has brought the world closer. Because of the economic liberalization policy of the Indian government, the number of people travelling back and forth from India has increased. Means after 1990, when liberalization that is started in India, so because of that, here the travelling of people from India and from other from India and from people from other countries, it has been increased. They include people travelling for studies. So here people they travel for what purpose? First is for studying purpose, for getting relaxation, sightseeing, professional assignments जो रहते हैं, meetings, agreements, for that purpose they are coming. Also for shooting of films. So one needs to procure various official documents for traveling abroad. So if we are going to travel abroad, so for that purpose various types of documents are needed, so that we have to be carried. Next is historical tourism. Now this type of tourism is popular all over the world. Tours to historical places are arranged to satisfy people interested in history. So historical tourism, which people are doing, those who are interested in history. It can be noted in the context that Gopal Nilkant Dandekar, a renowned, that is famous Marathi writer, used to arrange hiking tours to forts in Maharashtra. So this person, he was arranging hiking tours, फोर्ट्स पे हाइक करने के लिए टूर्स अरेंज करते थे इन महाराष्ट्र टू एक्सप्लोर द साइट क्लोजली linked to Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and his achievements. So for what purpose this hiking to forts has been arranged by him? So that he can come to know, means people, we can come to know more about the life of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and whatever the achievements he has made during that time. Tours are also arranged to important historical sites in India such as forts in Rajasthan. So people they also travel for visiting the forts in Rajasthan, ashrams of Mahatma Gandhi. Tours in India are arranged at important forts in Rajasthan, ashrams of Mahatma Gandhi, Acharya Vinoba Bhave, important places related to the Indian War of Independence in 1857. Next here it is given, that is you would like to know this. People of various religious communities are dispersed. Dispersed means spread globally. However, they feel united because of their mythological traditions. So people they feel united because of their mythological traditions and the places associated with those traditions. That is the places that are linked with that traditions. This creates a desire to travel to those places and it gives rise to religious tourism. So because of that, so the places with which the people they are linked because of their customs and traditions, so that places the people they wish to visit that places, and that is called as a religious tourism. In this context, the constructions undertaken by Ahilya Bai Holkar spending from her personal funds are noteworthy. So Ahilyabai wanted to provide good amenities on the pilgrim routes like Chardham Yatras and Bharat Jyoti Lingas. So Ahilyabai, she wanted to provide good amenities. Amenities means facilities to the people, those who are going to visit the pilgrim routes like Chardham Yatras and Bharat Jyotirlingas. Next is geographic tourism. Now this type of tourism involves visiting places to observe special geographic features of a region. So people means who wanted to visit the geographical features of a region. So that is called as a geographic tourism. It includes various natural and animal sanctuaries. So here people they visit the various natural places and the animal sanctuaries parks which are there. Places like Valley of Flowers Uttarakhand में जो है, ये picture is also given that the people like to visit various beaches. जो beaches रहते हैं natural beaches, that unique geographical wonders like Crater Lake. Crater Lake किसको बोलते हैं? Hollow bowl lake जैसा दिखता है at Lunar, and that is Ranjan Khalje, naturally carved out cavities in rocks. So यहाँ पे naturally carved out cavities मतलब holes जैसा create हुआ है rocks में, naturally अपने आप बना हुआ है. At Nikhoj in Maharashtra, and many tourists like to visit these places to satisfy their curiosity. जो अपनी curiosity अपने interest को satisfy करने के लिए लोग क्या करते हैं? People they like to visit such places. Next is health tourism. People from the Western countries find the health services and facilities in India completely cheaper and yet of good standard. Hence, many foreigners prefer to come to India to avail the medical facilities and health services. So, here health tourism means what? Getting medical facilities and health services. So, that is called as the health tourism. So, yes, students, people from the foreign countries they come to India for the health tourism, for getting the medical facilities and health services, because they think that in India that services are provided are cheaper and of good standard as compared to the other foreign countries. India is a tropical country where ample means sufficient sunlight is available throughout the year. So this attracts tourists from countries with cold climate to India. So especially that countries where the climate is cold, people of such countries they like to visit to India. Availability of facilities for yoga training therapies based on Ayurveda is one of the more reason to want to visit India. Along with that, yoga training and therapies based Ayurvedas are also one of the reason why people they come to India. Next is agro-tourism. Agro-tourism is also known as agri-tourism, is rapidly developing, specially meant for the urban population which has a very little exposure to rural life and agriculture. So agro-tourism, it is also called as agri-tourism, and it is developing fast, and especially it is meant for which people? The people those who are living in the urban areas. So that people living in the urban areas now they are having very little exposure. Exposure means display or knowledge about the rural life and agriculture. So now Indian farmers are also visiting faraway places like agricultural research centers, agriculture universities, and countries like Israel where experimentation is in advanced technology of agriculture is carried out. So in today's period, what is told that Indian farmers they are visiting, they are going to faraway places for getting information, means they are visiting the research centers where the agriculture research centers are there. They are visiting that places, they are gathering the knowledge. Along with that, agriculture universities are also we are having in today's period, and moreover countries like Israel where different types of in advanced technology of agriculture is carried out. Next is sports tourism. Sports tourism was developed in the 20th century. There are various sports events organized on international level like Olympics are there, Wimbledon, World Chess Championship and international cricket tournaments, etc. So while there are events like Himalayan Car Rally on national level, events like Maharashtra Kesari, wrestling competitions are organized at state level. So traveling to attend such events comes under the sports tourism. Sports tourism means here people, those who are interested in that sports, they travel to the different countries wherever the competitions are held. So they travel there, they visit there and they enjoy that. So Olympics is at the international level, Olympics is there, Wimbledon है, World Chess Championship है, international cricket is there. So wherever these things are, World Cup हो गया अभी cricket का, wherever in it may be there. So people they like to visit such places for enjoying that. Same way Himalayan car race rally at national level पे होता है. So if people they are interested, they will be going there. And at the state level, Maharashtra Crazily wrestling competitions are there. So all these are things are coming under the sports tourism. Next is tourism based on. Uh, Before that, we are going to have a look over. Let's find out. Apart from the types of tourism mentioned about, there are other types like science tourism is there, leisure and relaxation tourism known as wellness tourism, cultural tourism and group tourism is also there. So and moreover, other new types of tourism you can search on the internet and you can find out. Next is tourism based on special events. People want to travel and they are often on the lookout for special reasons to do it. Now see, students, people those are interested in traveling know that people they are searching reasons. If they get a reason for traveling, they start traveling. So in the 21st century, it has become common to organize such events which also help to promote tourism. So we all know we are living in the 21st century. So in today's period, it is very much easy to organize such events which events are promoting tourism. Film festivals, various types of seminars and conferences, international books, exhibitions, etc. are examples of such special events. So the special events which are organized in the 21st century are, so we can find film festivals are arranged, various types of seminars, conferences अलग अलग टॉपिक्स पे अरेंज होते हैं, इंटरनेशनल बुक्स एग्जीबिशंस लगाए जाते हैं एक्सेट्रा. सो दीज आर द एग्जांपल्स. People keep visiting several places to attend such special events. So people those who are interested in that, they keep continue on visiting such special events. Many literature enthusiastic, that is meaning होता है fans in Maharashtra, travel every year to attend the अखिल भारतीय मराठी साहित्य सम्मेलन. So those people those who are interested in the literature, Marathi literature, so that literature works, so that people they likes to visit every year, they are visiting अखिल भारतीय मराठी साहित्य सम्मेलन. Next is the development of tourism. Now the crucial means critical issue in the development of tourism is providing proper guidance to national and international tourists about the various aspects. Aspects means feature of the actual travel. Proper social conduct. Conduct means यहाँ पे social behavior or detailing about the during the tour and during their stay at the destination places. तो critical issue क्या है development में tourism का? That is proper guidance has to be provided to the tourists at the international level, at the national level about the various features of the actual travel, means for what purpose they are traveling. Proper social behavior conduct, that is behavior should be there during the tour, and regarding taking the proper care of their stay at the destination, wherever they are staying at the destination places. So giving priority to ensure safe transport and security facilities for the tourist, amenities of reasonably good standard, availability of good accommodations, good washroom facilities on the travel routes is of great significance in promoting tourism. So these factors they are helping in playing a very important role in promoting tourism. What is that is first is importance, that is priority has to be given to regarding the safety of the tourist, of safe transport and security facilities for the tourist. Amenities, that is facilities of reasonably good standard and availability of good accommodation. Accommodation का मीनिंग होता है लिविंग क्वार्टर्स जो भी अरेंज करके देते हैं. इट शुड बी ऑफ गुड क्वालिटी, गुड फैसिलिटी शुड बी देयर, good washroom facilities should be there on the travel routes. So all these things are promoting tourism. It is also very important to pay special attention to the special needs of the handicapped tourist. If any handicapped person tourist is traveling, so special attention has to be paid towards सच टाइप ऑफ टूरिस्ट, ऐसे लोगों की तरफ कुछ मीन्स स्पेशल केयर देना पड़ता है, ध्यान देना पड़ता है. इट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट टू टेक प्राइमरी प्रिकॉशंस in order to preserve the historical heritage sites. So when we are touring, when we are going for tourism, so at that time the primary precaution that we have to take is that is to preserve the historical heritage. जो भी monuments वगैरह हम visit करते हैं, it is essential that few things should be avoided at any instance. So what are the things we have to avoid while tourism? For example, vandalizing or defacing the heritage monument. Vandalism means destroying और डिस्ट्रॉय करना हेरिटेज मॉन्यूमेंट्स जो भी बिल्डिंग्स है, सो उसको डिस्ट्रॉय नहीं करना चाहिए. वैंडलाइजिंग मॉन्यूमेंट साइट्स. इन ऑर्डर टू अवॉइड इट एवरीबडी शुड रिफ्रेन का मीनिंग होता है स्टॉप वन सेल्फ फ्रॉम एक्टिविटीज़ लाइक राइटिंग ऑन द वॉल्स और कार्विंग ऑन द ट्रीज, पेंट एंशियंट मॉन्यूमेंट्स इन गारिश कलर्स etc. Lack of good amenities in the presents means boundaries of the heritage sites causes filthiness, dirtiness. So यहाँ पे क्या गया, what are the things that we have to avoid? We means when we are visiting any historical places or monuments, at that time we should not do such type of activities. जैसे कि कुछ लोगों का हैबिट रहती है, लोग जाके क्या करते हैं, जो वॉल्स वगैरह रहते हैं ना, उस पर अपना नाम लिख के आते हैं, ट्रीज वगैरह को भी स्क्रैच करके दे आर मेकिंग हार्ट्स वगैरह बनाते हैं, अपना नाम लिखते जो भी है, एज इफ जैसे कि नेक्स्ट टाइम जाने वाले हैं तो अपना नाम ही ढूंढने वाले उसमें. सो ऑल दिस थिंग मीन्स हियर व्हाट इज डूइंग, वी आर डिस्ट्रॉइंग, सो spoiling that things. So we should not do such types of activities. So lack of good amenities, so whichever the heritage sites are there, so वहाँ पे if good facilities are not there within the boundaries of the heritage sites, so that also causes dirtiness. तो उसकी वजह से भी क्या हो जाता है, dirtiness. जैसे कि अगर कोई हेरिटेज प्लेस है, जो भी साइट्स वी आर विजिटिंग, सो देयर व्हाट शुड बी देयर, ऑल द फैसिलिटीज शुड बी मेड अवेलेबल. डस्टबिन्स वगैरह होना चाहिए, सो दैट द पीपल वॉट एवर द रबिश थिंग्स आर देयर, दे आर गोइंग टू थ्रो द थिंग्स इन द डस्टबिन्स, स्पिट नहीं करेंगे बाहर. सो मीन्स बिकॉज ऑफ दैट व्हाट विल हैपन, डर्टीनेस विल नॉट बी स्प्रेड, गंदगी नहीं फैलेगी वहाँ पे, इट कैन बी मेंटेन, क्लीननेस कैन बी मेंटेन देयर. It is very essential for the tourist that pamphlets, guides and history books about a tourist site be available in their own language. Another things what is necessary, so tourist place, whichever the tourist people they are traveling, so they should be given the pamphlets वगैरह. pamphlets में क्या होता है, whatever the things means while tourism, उनको जो जो facilities मिलने वाले और कहाँ जाने वाले, what are the things they are going to see, so about that each and every things they are mentioned, pamphlets में लिखा हुआ रहता है. So that should be published in the language of the tourist, so that he will be able to read. Guides provide करने चाहिए, so that guides he can provide the person proper guidance दे सकता है. And guides means the language should be common, so that they can understand each other language. और history books common language में होना चाहिए, in their own language, so that they can understand. Hence such literature should be made available in various languages. So whatever the literature books are there based on the history, so it should be made available in different languages. It will be helpful if the taxi drivers are trained to converse in more than one languages. They may also be trained as a tourist guide. So see, mostly what happens, people when they are traveling, so they are after going that places, they are hiring a taxi and all. So it is necessary that if possible that taxi driver, he should be trained to have a conversation in more than one language, so that they can understand, both the tourist and the taxi driver, they can understand each other's language. And more, or if possible, the taxi driver himself, he can serve as a tourist guide. Here the money of the tourist person can also be saved, and so both the things can be done at a time. Through the taxi he can travel also, and that person can serve as a guide also. So here Gharapuri caves pictures is given. That is Kas Pathar. Here see, here scenery it is shown. Next is conservation and preservation of heritage. Now it is a hard task to preserve and conserve heritage sites. Our country is very rich with historical sites dating to ancient, medieval and modern period. It is also blessed with abundance of nature. Now see children, what is told, it is a very hard, tough task to preserve and conserve the heritage sites. Means proper care has to be taken of the heritage sites. So about India, we all know that India is very rich with the historical sites, that from dating from the ancient period, medieval period to the modern period. So, and moreover our country is blessed with the abundance, with plenty of nature. So heritage of any country is divided into natural heritage and cultural heritage. नेचुरल हेरिटेज एंड कल्चरल हेरिटेज मीन्स मैन मेड हेरिटेज, जो भी मैन ने बनाया. देर आर सम हेरिटेज साइट्स इन इंडिया विच आर acclaimed globally. So at the global level, at the world level, that things has been very much important, such as Taj Mahal at Agra, Jantar Mantar Observatory at Jaipur, and also the rock cut caves at Ajanta, Verul and Gharapuri, that is Elephanta, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Railway Terminus in Maharashtra, Kas Plateau in Maharashtra is located in the Western Ghats, which is a World Natural Heritage Sites. So these places, so from all over the world, people from different parts of the world, they are coming to India for seeing this important heritage sites. So there are tourists all over the world who wish to visit world heritage sites. So foreign tourists come in large numbers to visit the heritage sites in our country. So various tourists are there all over the world. They want to visit such world heritage sites. So foreigners from the different part of the world, they are coming to in India for visiting such heritage sites. It makes us feel very proud when an Indian heritage site is declared as a world heritage site. Yes or no students? जब हमारे कंट्री की कोई किसी प्लेस को अगर डिक्लेयर करते हैं वर्ल्ड हेरिटेज साइट्स, सो इट इज़ अ प्राउड मोमेंट फॉर अस एज ए इंडियन. However, whenever we visit such places, we feel very much disappointed because of what we see there. So we get to see that people have written their names with charcoal, have drawn pictures vandalizing the heritage sites. But what is told that when we visit such places, by seeing that places, we are disappointed. So what things is there? What we can see there, people, मतलब कहीं कहीं पे लोगों ने अपना नाम लिख के रखा होगा चारकोल से, अलॉन्ग विद कहीं पिक्चर्स ड्रॉ करके होंगे. सो दे आर डिस्ट्रॉइंग द हेरिटेज साइट्स. इट अफेक्ट्स आवर इमेज एज ए नेशन. टू प्रिजर्व द हेरिटेज साइट्स वी नीड टू रिसॉल्व दैट. सो व्हाट इज मीन्स, वो उससे क्या खराब होता है, अपना इमेज खराब होगा कि नहीं. द इंडियन नेम ऑफ इंडिया, इट इज़ गोइंग टू बी स्पॉइल्ड. So to preserve the heritage sites, we have to resolve that. That is, I shall strive to maintain the cleanliness of the heritage site. So for that purpose, we have to solve that problem. First thing, we have to think in mind that we should maintain the cleanliness of the heritage sites. I shall not do anything which will result in vandalizing of any historical sites. Means I will not be doing any such activity which is going to vandalize, destroy any historical साइट. सो यू मस्ट हैव सीन, जैसे कि बहुत सारे हिस्टोरिकल साइट्स पे विजिट किया होगा, जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल वी कैन जस्ट टेक एग्जांपल एलिफेंट बहुत सारे लोगों ने देखा होगा. देयर नो, यू मस्ट हैव सीन वेरियस थिंग्स आर देयर. बहुत सारी चीज़ें जिसको टोटली इट हैज़ बीन वैंडलाइज, डिस्ट्रॉय किया हुआ है. सो सी फॉर देयर ऑल्सो पीपल, दे आर कमिंग फ्रॉम फॉरेन कंट्री से आते हैं, देखते हैं और जाते हैं. आफ्टर गोइंग दैट दे आर गोइंग टू गिव द फीडबैक. तो क्या होगा, इमेज किसका खराब होगा, आवर कंट्रीज इमेज इट इज़ गोइंग टू बी स्पॉइल्ड. So what things we have to take care of that, and we should not spoil the heritage sites. Next is the professional opportunities in the tourism and hospitality industry. Tourism and hospitality is an industry with potential to create maximum employment opportunities. So yet tourism industry means we all know it has become an industry which create employment opportunities for the people. If managed professionally, इट इज़ वेरी स्टेबल इंडस्ट्री. अगर उसको प्रोफेशनली बहुत अच्छे से मैनेज करें तो इट हैज़ बिकम ए स्टेबल इंडस्ट्री, एंड इट हैज़ ट्रेमेंडस स्कोप फॉर एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन एंड इनोवेशन. इनोवेशन मतलब चेंजेस लाने के लिए. सो हियर हेरिटेज वॉक्स, हियर इट इज स्टूडेंट्स, हियर इट इज़ गिवन टू वॉक ऑन ए टूर फॉर विजिटिंग हिस्टोरिकल प्लेस इज नोन एज हेरिटेज वॉक. So one can experience the thrill of being a part of history by participating in the heritage walks. So heritage walks as an organized group activity has gained popularity in many countries nowadays. India has a rich history which can be traced back to many millenniums. So we all know that India is having a very rich history. Every region of India is full of historical places from ancient, medieval and modern period. So we are having, all means in different parts of India, each and every region it is full of various historical information of the ancient period, medieval period and modern period. The heritage walk organized in the city of Ahmedabad is well known. In the cities of Mumbai and Pune in Maharashtra, such walks are organized regularly. कहाँ पे ऑर्गेनाइज हुआ था, अहमदाबाद में ऑर्गेनाइज हुआ था. इन मुंबई एंड पुणे ऑल्सो इट इज़ ऑर्गेनाइज रेगुलरली. हेरिटेज वॉक्स कैन एनकरेज पीपल टू सपोर्ट प्रोजेक्ट्स लाइक conservation preservation of historical monuments, to collect the authentic information about them and to publish it through various media. So heritage walks किसके लिए, इट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट टू एनकरेज द पीपल टू सपोर्ट, बहुत सारे प्रोजेक्ट को सपोर्ट कर सकते। फर्स्ट इज कंजर्वेशन, वी हैव टू कंजर्व एंड प्रिजर्व द हिस्टोरिकल मॉन्यूमेंट्स, प्लेसेस को प्रिजर्व करके रखना है। टू कलेक्ट ऑथेंटिक, दैट इज द रियल information about them, and to publish, and that information can be published through various media. Now, residents of renowned citizens who have passed away are also a part of the heritage. So, those people, those who are living in that places of that time, so they also become a part of that heritage. In some cities, blue plaques with the names and other relevant information of such citizens are placed on their residence as a part of the heritage scheme. तो कुछ कुछ जगह पे क्या है, ब्लू प्लेक्स, दैट इज़ द, उस टाइम पे जो लोग थे उनके नाम, उनका रिलेवेंट अबाउट देम, दैट इंफॉर्मेशन इज मैंशन प्लेस ऑन द रेसिडेंस एज ए पार्ट, मीन्स वो भी एक पार्ट है ऐसे हेरिटेज स्कीम के. Now, a good number of opportunities of employments are available in the tourism and hospitality industry. So, the country which is a tourist destination begins to receive revenue even before a tourist arrives at the airport of that country. So, what is told that in tourism, employment opportunities are available to the people. And here, whichever country is there, means where the tourist places are there. So, it is a जो भी टूरिस्ट डेस्टिनेशन होगा दैट कंट्री, इट स्टार्ट्स अर्निंग द रेवेन्यू मनी बिफोर द पर्सन इज गोइंग टू विजिट दैट कंट्री. ही हैज़ टू पे फॉर हिज वीज़ा. पहले बातें क्या है, ही हैज़ टू पे फॉर द वीज़ा के लिए पे करना पड़ता है. ही स्पेंड्स फॉर हिज ट्रैवल, स्टे इन द होटल्स, जब ट्रैवल करेगा उसके लिए पे करना पड़ेगा. स्टे फॉर स्टेइंग इन द होटल्स ऑल्सो ही हैज़ टू पे. फॉर द फूड he has to pay. For the translator भी एक लगेगा ना, so that they can communicate. So for that also he has to pay. And guides, for that also he has to pay. Buying newspapers, reference books, for that purpose also he has to pay. So here the tourist, he is going to spend the money on his travel, stay in hotels, for the food, payment for the translator and guides, for that also he has to pay. Buying newspapers, reference books, so that for that also he has to pay. Souvenirs means anything that tourist is going to buy from the country. जैसे कोई याद वो कंट्री को विजिट किया, फॉर दैट हैज ए रिमेम्बरेंस ही इज गोइंग टू कैरी विथ हिम. So all these things contributes to the growth of the economy of that country. Now, markets in the vicinity means nearby, grow along with the development of the tourist center. So whichever the places tourist center hai, along with that means when the people they are going to come to that, see that place, so the market which will be in the nearby that area, that market is also going to develop. Hence, the local handicrafts and cottage industry also began to develop. So whichever the local handicrafts रहेंगे or cottage industry will be there, that is also going to develop. So the demand for the locally processed food items and ethnic means related with the race, handicrafts increases, is results in better income for local artisans, business people and wage earners. So here just we can take the example of Mathiran, Mahabaleshwar. So people they go there. So people वहाँ पे साइट सीइंग के लिए जाते हैं, फॉर सीइंग द नेचुरल ब्यूटी एंड ऑल. आफ्टर, सो विच एवर द मार्केट्स दैट आर देयर नियर बाई, फ्रॉम देयर दे आर बाइंग डिफरेंट थिंग्स फ्रॉम देयर. नाउ फ्रॉम, जैसे कि महाबलेश्वर का ले रहे, फ्रॉम वहाँ से हम लोग क्या लेके आते हैं, डिफरेंट जैम्स, जूसेस एंड ऑल दैट वी आर ब्रिंगिंग. सो दैट थिंग्स आर अवेलेबल हियर ऑल्सो, बट मोस्टली व्हेन वी गो देयर वी बाई द थिंग्स. So it is creating an income source for the people, those local people, those who are living there. Next is development of tourism in Maharashtra. Maharashtra is a state blessed with rich heritage. So the much admired rock cut caves, paintings and sculptures of Ajanta Verul and Gharapuri, that is Elephanta, pilgrim centers like Dehu, Alandi, Jejuri, Pandarpur, Shirdi, Shegaon, Tuljapur, Kolhapur, Nasik, Trimbakeshwar, Paithan, Haji Malang, Gurudwara at Nanded, Mount Mary Church in Mumbai, etc. Hill stations like Mahabaleshwar, Panchgani, Khandala, Lonavala, Matheran, Chikaldhara, etc. Dams like at Koinanagar, Jaikawadi, Bhatghar, Chandoli, etc. And sanctuaries at Dajipur, Sagreshwar, Tadoba, etc. are among the important tourist centers in Maharashtra. So these names which are there, so these are some of the places which are famous for tourism. So people from different part of India also and from different parts of the world, they come to visit these tourist centers in Maharashtra. The Maharashtra Tourism Development Corporation was set up in the year 1975. So yeah, Maharashtra Tourism Development Corporation, when it was set up in the year 1975, it helped in the development of promoting tourism in Maharashtra. So the corporation has provided facilities of tourist hotels at 47 places. So tourist hotels कितने places पे हैं? 47. Together these hotels can accommodate more than 4,000 tourists. At a time, how many tourists can stay there? 4,000 tourists. Many private entrepreneurs are also providing hospitality services to the tourists. So many private firms are also there which are providing these services to the tourists. Now here students, in the do you know, here it is given an unusual village of books. Now Bhillar is a village near Mahabaleshwar which boast of natural beauty and sweetness of strawberry. So Bhillar, it is a village in Mahabaleshwar. It is famous for natural beauty and for famous for strawberry also. It is also known as the village of books. Another name that is given to Bhillar. What is it is called? It is called as the village of books. Every household in this village maintains a library of its own for the tourists to enjoy. So here what is told, each and every household in this village house, so they are maintaining a library for the tourist people so that they can enjoy. Maharashtra state government has implemented this scheme with a view to accelerate the reading culture movement for the reader tourists to enjoy the beauty of Marathi literature and enriched by the works of old and new authors and saints. So this Maharashtra State Corporation, they have implemented this scheme. So for whom? For the reader tourists who are interested in reading to enjoy the beauty of Marathi literature. It includes various types of text like biographies. It means different types of books are available. So in that biographies are there, autobiographies are there, fiction, poetry, literature by women, literature on sports, literature for kids. All these different books are available. So if you go to Mahabaleshwar, make it a point to visit Bhillar. So in future students, if you are going to visit Mahabaleshwar, so go to Bhillar also. Under here it is mentioned, you will like to know. Cultural tourism includes activities like visiting educational institutes of reputation, trying to get a glimpse. Glimpse means notice of local culture. So in cultural tourism, we are going to have a look over the visit over by going having a visit and looking over the local culture, history and traditions of that particular region, visiting historical monuments at that place, trying to appreciate the achievement of the local people and also participating in the local festivals of dance, music, etc. So we, after seeing that, we can appreciate the achievements of the local people, whatever they have made, and can also participate in the local festivals of dance, music, etc. Next here it is given, do you know? Mahabaleshwar and Panchgani are hill stations. Thousands of tourists arrive here. These tourists are accompanied by guides who provide relevant information on the sightseeing. So Mahabaleshwar and Panchgani both are hill stations. Thousands of tourists every year they are coming here for enjoying that places. So guides are here. We can get these tourists. They are accompanied. Guides are provided to them so that they can get the relevant informations on the sightseeing. At some places, photographers are present to click the nice snaps for the tourists. So photographers are also available here. Horse keepers provide horses for the horse rides and horse cart rides is there. It is the local people who are engaged in these activities and they can earn good money for their services. So all these things, photographers are there, guides are there, horse riders, horse keepers are there. So this work is done by whom? By the local people only. So they are doing the work and they can earn a good income for their services. In short, tourism become a major source of their livelihood. So students, hope you have understood this chapter. Now students, assignment from this chapter for you is, that is question number 3rd, write notes on tradition of traveling, and third one, that is agro tourism, and question number 4 that is the all the 3 questions you have to write. Answer the following questions in 25 to 30 words. In that, what are the crucial issues on the development of tourism? In what way tourism becomes a major source of livelihood? And third one is, what would you do to develop the surroundings of your village towns to help the growth of tourism? And 6th also you are going to write for the assignment. Give elaborate answers to the following. What are the professional fields associated with tourism? And describe any 3 types of tourism. This question number 6, both the questions are very much important for you from the examination point of view. Thank you.